Everybody, this is Tazitis, and welcome back to Crystal and the Ruff. Sorry, I didn't do that in the next one. Anyway, we're on chapter 23. The picture above is basically what Crystal is supposed to look like, but I kind of wanted to leave it ambiguous, where it's like you can kind of see what she looks like, but you can't see her face. So anyway, let's get into it and everything. The picture above does not belong to me. This is what I kind of pictured, like the roundabout way what Crystal looks like. So but if you think of her as something else, that's fine. Anyway, the picture above doesn't belong to me. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I just ate before I did this. Sorry about that. A little too fast. Anyway, Crystal had to find one of... Sorry, picking up from the last one. Crystal had to find one of Zach's family members, but that was going to be a whole lot harder than she thought, because 1, she didn't remember how to get to Slender Mansion. 2, she didn't have any desire to go back to that place by herself anytime soon, especially not by herself. So unfortunately, she was going to have to wait until she saw Sally again to get some help. Thankfully, she didn't have to wait too long. It was a couple of days, and Crystal was still going over her plans and doing her regular stuff, doing errands for her mother by going to the local marketplace, buying some cheap fruit and vegetables. She was just filling up her basket with leeks and some nice green onions when she heard a voice come out of nowhere. Hey, Miss Crystal Lady. Hey, Miss Crystal Lady. Crystal dropped what was in her hand and turned around in shock. What she saw in front of her was Sally. Sally was a couple rows ahead of her, running towards her. She was just small enough that her head could be seen over the top of the booths of the products, so the other people probably couldn't see her at all. Just barely over the top of the booths of produce, so the people couldn't probably see her at all. Oh, I haven't done the voice in a long while, so sorry. Oh, hey, Sally. Sorry. Oh, hey, Sally. Hi. Hey. Sally was in front of her now. Crystal bent down to pick up the vegetables that had dropped from her, surprised at Sally. Oh, hey, Miss Crystal Lady. Hey, Miss Crystal Lady. I'm so glad I found you, and alone too. I've been meaning to tell you how sorry I am that Uncle Offenderman tried to be doing bad things to you. I never meant for you to get hurt by anyone. I just thought it would be good for you to meet everyone, and then Zach wouldn't be so grumpy and worried about you playing with us together. But I never meant for you to be treated so poorly by the others. I'm sorry, Miss Crystal Lady. Crystal straightened up and looked at Sally in shock and a little fear about being reminded of the events that had occurred, but she could hear the true remorse in Sally's voice, and looking at her, she knew that Sally was really upset about what had happened, and maybe didn't really know that it hadn't been a good idea. Maybe she was just trying to help and really did want to just play. Crystal looked at Sally's sweet blood-stained upset face and said, It's okay, Sally. I know you didn't mean to do anything bad. It's not your fault about what happened. Sally looked up, still with an expression of remorse and not quite forgiving herself. I understand if you never want to go back to the mansion ever again, but you need to know the others were really upset about what happened too, and won't let something of that scale happen again. It would be really great if we could play together. Sometimes the others can be really uncomfortable and unpleasant, but they're just not used to you yet. You're just not used to you yet. Sally wrung her hands and then held them out in a pleading motion as she spoke. But you'll get used to it. They'll learn to ignore you. And if you spend more time around us, they're really not as bad as you to be around. I know Zach is worried you, but he doesn't have to be, and neither do you. Worried about it, but you don't have to be too. Crystal didn't say anything. She really didn't feel like she could. She knew that if she was going to do what she needed to, then she was going to have to face her fears and go back to the mansion. Just like she learned in church, she was going to have to be brave enough to live through her fears. But she really didn't want to even think about that right now. But she knew that never going back wasn't an option. Sally dropped her hand and lowered her head, taking Crystal's silence as an answer. I'm really sorry about what happened, Miss Crystal Lady. Maybe I shouldn't have come. Crystal, feeling bad and horrified, reached out and gently grabbed Sally's hand. Crystal saying, "No, Sally, it's okay. I'm glad you're here. I actually need your help with something." Sally looked up at Crystal, immediately perked up. "Really? What is it? Is it going back to the mansion? Because I can protect you and we can keep all the bad guys away if you want to come visit." She said, looking excited in a cute way at helping Crystal, but her excitement got a wicked gleam in her eye. Got a wicked gleam in her eye. At keeping bad guys away. "Oh, no, that's not it, Sally, but thank you. I really need some time before I can go fully back to the mansion again." Seeing Sally's face, she quickly added, "But that doesn't mean that I won't ever go back. It's just not right now." Sally nodded, but then what, Miss Crystal? What, Miss Crystal? Crystal leaned in to Sally and said, "I need your help to find someone and set up a meeting for me." Okay, that's the end of chapter 23, and now we're really getting into it and all, you guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you really like this, please subscribe and like, and everything. Also, I'm currently going to be, as of right now, I'm currently finishing the last chapters of this story, so by the time that it gets to at least chapter 29, the story should be completely finished, and you guys should have no problem with those. So if you guys want a story and everything, you can check it out on Wattpad.com. Creepypasta FanFiction of Crystal and the Ruff, Taz 1995. Or if you guys like it and everything else, there's going to be a playlist and everything. I'm currently putting together a playlist here. That way you guys can listen to the whole story in its entirety. And I also have another story and everything else that's coming up and everything. That both chapters are already on the channel, called Creepypasta Hotel, and I'm currently in the process of writing that as well. So if you really like Creepypasta fanfiction and everything else and all, you'll be really happy to know that this one is almost finished, and I got another 2 that are coming up, and that both I only got 2 chapters of the Creepypasta Hotel right now, and both those chapters are also on my channel, so please go check those out as well. Also, please feel free to subscribe. That way you subscribe and put notifications on. That way you guys know when I'm uploading a video, because as of right now, I'm going through some changes behind the scenes and all, but videos will be coming out and everything else and all. They'll just be coming out in spurts, but just so you guys know, if you subscribe and put notifications on, you'll know when I've uploaded videos and stuff, and you guys can check in when the story gets a new update, or when I play a video game or something and all. So please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It'll really help me out, and feel free to like this video the way I know you guys like this content. I know that the Creepypasta fandom isn't as strong anymore as it used to be and everything, but I still think that it lives on, and I really am happy to be able to finally be drawing. I'm really sad, but I'm also happy to be really drawing a conclusion to this story and everything, because the story I've been writing this story for about 3 or 4 years, and I've been going through my sickness behind the scenes, so the story is really kind of taking a little bit more of a personal thing to me. So I really hope you guys are enjoying this, and I really hope you guys like it and everything else and all. And I'm sorry about not being a better voice actor and all, and I'm sorry it's been so long since I've done the voice for Sally and for Crystal. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much. More chapters are to come, and I'll see you guys in the next one.